rise. Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Yeah, can you speak into the mic and so that everybody can hear? Okay. Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters.
Thank you.
Okay. What is your religion, Mr. Witness?
I'm a Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
In English, please.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
Holy Quran, please.
Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Can you hold the Holy Quran? And repeat after me. I, Magidi Touray, do swear that I'll speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Touray.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Councilor, can we please proceed?
Sorry. Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Touray.
Good afternoon, Council.
Please state your full names.
Magidi Touray.
What is your address?
Latikunda, German.
Please give us a brief background of your educational career.
Yeah, I got O levels from Gambia High School.
Okay.
Then I got a diploma in international relations from City of London College.
Okay. When did you join K.M.C Municipal Council?
2018.
It's correct that you were a nominated member?
Was a nominated.
Sorry, you was a nominated member?
Yes.
Then in 2023?
Yeah, that was when our tenure finished.
It ended in 2023?
2023, yes.
Okay. And you were representing the business community?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember making a statement with the investigators of this commission?
Yes, I do.
Your statement will be shown to you. You can kindly go through the contents.
Thank you.
And I understand there are 2 attachments to this statement. There are attachments to your statement. Mr. Touray?
Yes.
Your statement has 2 attachments to it.
Yes.
You can kindly detach them Then until the time you're given evidence, if you want to rely on any of those documents, then you can let us know, then we'll tender it.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Now you can kindly go through your statement and confirm if that was the statement that was obtained by the investigators.
Yes, it is.
Madam Chair, we apply to tender the statement of Mr. Magidi Touray, dated the 31st of October 2024, into evidence as an exhibit.
The witness statement dated the 31st of October 2024 is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/MT in brackets 1/KMC/001.
As the Commission pleases. Mr. Majid, could you please tell us, you serve as a nominated member for what, representing which community?
I was nominated councilor representing the business community.
Okay, could you tell us how were you serving the business community?
I mean, serving the business community is like basically you are the link or the in between the business community of k.M.C, Kanifing Municipality, and council. But our main focus is the markets. That is the vendors in our markets. That's where our main focus is.
The market vendors?
Yes.
Okay. So, how did you become a nominated member? Did you apply?
No, I did not apply.
So how was it offered to you?
I was offered to it by the mayor, by the Lord Mayor of k.M.C, Talib Ahmed bin Suda.
He offered you the position of a nominated member?
Yes.
Or as a nominated member?
Yeah.
How was this done? Can you take us through the process, if there was any?
Yeah, I think I was asked to submit a CV, and I did that. And
by the Lord Mayor himself?
Yes.
Okay, when was this?
It's sometime after the local government elections. I mean, I think it was around 2018 May.
2018 May.
Yeah, I couldn't exactly remember when was it, but it was after the local government elections in 2018.
That's when you were asked by the Lord Mayor to
to submit a
submit
CV.
Your CV.
Yeah, and then I was nominated.
Where did you submit your CV?
To the clerk of council, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Were you subject to any form of interview or anything?
No.
Okay, you just submit your CV and then you were just appointed?
Yes.
Do you have your appointment letter?
Yes, I do.
Okay, provide us with your appointment letter.
Yeah, it's here.
Do you have the original of this offer of appointment?
No, because I think so, yeah.
Okay. And that's an offer of appointment. Did you respond by accepting the offer?
Yes, I did, yeah.
If you have the response, maybe please have it as well.
appointment, and that's the response. Yeah, it's the same. I mean, he asked for the original. That's the original.
Madam Chair, we apply to tender an offer of appointment letter dated the 27th day of June 2018, addressed to the witness, Mr. Magidi Touray, signed by the Lord Mayor Talib Ahmed Bensouda, copied the Chief Executive Officer, Acting Director of Finance, Director of Internal Audit and IT, acceptance of appointment letter with no date, addressed to the Lord Mayor of Carnifing Municipal Council, signed by the witness, Mr. Magidi Touray. Both letters into evidence as an exhibit.
A letter dated the 27th of June 2018 with reference KMC/ADM/074 addressed to Mr. Magidi Touray, Latikunda, Carnifing Municipality, with the subject of appointment. The letter is signed by Talib Ahmed Bensouda, Lord Mayor. It is copied to the Chief Executive Officer and also the Acting Director of Finance, Director of Internal Audit and IT Manager. The letter is admitted in evidence as an exhibit and it is marked as LGC/MT in brackets 1/KMC/002.
As the Commission.
Attached to this is the acceptance of appointment addressed to the Lord Mayor, Carnifing Municipal Council, and it is signed by Mr. Magidi Touray.
As the Commission pleases. Now, Mr. Touray, during your tenure you serve as, okay, let's go back to your role as the nominated councilor representing the business community. Were you attending council meetings?
General council meetings, yeah.
Yes. So how were you bringing the, these business groups, how were you putting them together and how were you bringing their ideas before the council?
Yeah, well, I mean, basically, as the representative of the business community, it's just we're there to see what we can do to make sure the vendors in our markets, I mean, they are in a very conducive environment. They, I mean, and that also that they pay their rates on time or rentals on time, and make their stay or make their life in the markets comfortable or bearable.
And you were doing this?
Yes,
So how were you reporting back to council?
Yeah, there are times that we would have committee meetings, and then we will brought back, or we will give information to council anytime that we have committee meetings.
And at the same time, you were the chairman of the markets committee?
Yes, until my removal, in 2019.
Okay, so there were, according to both internal audits and national audits and the witnesses that gave their testimonies here, there were so many issues with the market, and you being the market chairman and at the same time representing the business group, how were you resolving these problems?
Some of the problems that I don't know exactly what kind of problems, but
first,
I didn't
tell us the problems.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know exactly what problems you said, but I didn't serve that long. I just served, I think, less than a year or so.
That's in 2018?
Yeah, I was market chairman in 2018, and 2019 I was removed from.
So the little time you've served as the market chair and nominated councilor for the business groups, what were the challenges that you were facing at the market and with the vendors as well?
The challenges basically were spaces, and also some of these vendors paying their rents on time, because council always have challenges with regards to funding, so we have to try and balance how we gonna make them pay their rents on time, or the money that are due to council, and also how their stay in the market could be made conducive.
Okay, how were you relaying these concerns to council? Were you writing to council?
Not really. It's most of the time verbal general council. If there is, if there is a particular problem that need addressing, then yeah.
And how were you solving their concerns as well?
Not much, because I didn't, as I said earlier, I didn't serve long. So by the time, I had a very short tenure, and that's it.
Okay, as short as it was, there were issues that were there, and there were challenges, and you said at general council meetings you were raising these concerns by the vendors' concern and issues that you were facing at the market as well.
Yeah, it's mainly when vendors have problems or issues that they are facing in the market, and they direct it to me, then I would I'd see how I address those problems personally as their representative. If I cannot, then I will talk to the Lord Mayor, or brought the issues at General Council.
Okay, so about that's for the vendor. So how about the revenue collections? Were these problems channeled to you as a chairman of the markets committee as well?
No.
So during your tenure, within a year, none of the collection problems has been channeled to you?
No.
Okay. So, and all the concerns that you've been facing with the committee as well, you've not been writing to the council? You were briefing, or you were doing the briefing at general council meetings?
Yes, mainly.
So was this markets committee during your tenure, were you having regular meetings?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, you can note it down. You provide us with the minutes of the meeting of the markets committee during your tenure, because it seemed to be a very effective committee.
Thank you.
Mr. Touray, you're still up to from 2018. When exactly in 2018 were you removed as the chairman of the Markets Committee?
It was in 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Can you remember the month? Then from 2019 to 2023, you are still serving as the nominated councillor for the business groups.
Yes, it was September 2019, I think.
Okay.
September.
So now let's deal with the part that you're the nominated councillor for the business groups. Let's now deal with the business group. Since you've served only a short time as a chairman of the Markets Committee, now we can shift to the one you have your entire tenure on. That's the business committee. So how were you serving this business committee? What are sort of some of the developments that you've brought to the business committee?
Not much, probably none.
Okay, take us through how you were serving them as their councillor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't serve them much because when I was removed from my chairmanship as the market committee chairman, I was practically disabled. I couldn't do much because there were some issues. So okay. I couldn't do much, and I wasn't doing anything.
Okay, so were you having any sort of fundings for any kind of projects, and did you have any plans for them as well?
There was no funding for any kind of
funding
project.
at all?
No.
And no projects?
No.
So technically the business group were not functional?
They were not served as they supposed to, as it was, as I was supposed to be. They were not served.
Okay, so during your tenure, what exactly were you doing?
I attend General Council, and I was a committee member on the Environment Committee, and that's where my contributions mainly were. Or as a representative of the business community, I didn't do much because there were some issues with my removal from the market chairman, and then that continued from, that spilled over to my work as a nominated councillor. Yeah.
Okay, so you've been mentioning you haven't done much. So can you tell us one or two, or the littlest you've done?
What I tried to do was, I was a time that I approached GCCI, Gambia Chamber of Commerce, and we were trying to work to set up a market, like a fruits market by Batil Hardin Highway, where the flower sellers are, or where the fruits market is. Yeah, I was working with GCCI to try and see how best we could upgrade the market. We started work. I think we started work on it, and there was an MOU between Kanifing municipality and GCCI, and then that's where it stops, because when I was removed from the market committee, that's where it stops.
Okay, now we can move to what hindered your work at council. What hindered your work at council as to this removal that stopped every work that you were doing until 2023? So what was the reason? What was the reason of you being removed as the market chairman?
Mainly political, because I think around 2019 there was a political divide between the president and the opposition, or UDP. So that's where basically everything stems up. I was a UDP member until then. I switched over to Borough Fans Club and then National People's Party (NPP), and that was the base of it basically.
You were, how was that possible? You were a nominated member.
Yeah, I was a UDP member then.
Okay, so what standing or what space exactly should politics have to do with your work?
It's everything. We were politicians.
To a point, it hindered your work of serving the business group, or as a councillor, or as a nominated councillor?
Yes, that's what happens.
So you were removed as what?
I was removed as the committee. I mean, I was removed as a member totally from the markets from the markets committee.
So how was this removal done?
By general council, like a vote of no confidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was resoluted.
Yes.
Now, what did you do?
I don't understand the question.
Okay. You said your removal was influenced by.
Let me come in here. Mr. Touray.
Yes.
You've told us that you were a nominated councillor, and there was no process in your nomination as councillor. And when you switched allegiance in 2019, you were removed as chair of the market committee.
Yes.
Now, who replaced you as a councillor representing the business community?
Now, I was still the councillor representing the business community.
Okay, you're still the councillor representing the business community.
Yes, yeah. It's just the chairmanship that.
Yes. And you said you are co-opted. Are you co-opted at the Environment and Sanitation Committee?
I was a member of the Environment and Sanitation Committee.
So that is where you are now functioning?
Yes.
And you are functioning effectively?
Yes, I believe I was.
Yes. But how do you, what were your, what was your line of activity before you were nominated as a councillor representing the business community?
I am still a businessman. I do business. I run the shop, hardware store. Mm-hmm. So before I became a councillor, I was a businessman as well. And still now, that's what I do for a living. And
still you have your business in Serekunda?
Yes.
And how well do you interact with the business community in Serekunda?
Pardon?
How well do you interact with the business community in Serekunda?
Not much. As I said, the main focus of the representing business community is basically our vendors in the markets. So that's where our main focus. We do have like interventions, that is, if businesses do come to council requiring certain assistance, or they need something from council. That's apart from that. Our main focus was with our markets, or the market vendors.
Yes, but you do agree that the business community is just not limited to the market vendors, to the markets. It cuts across all the areas of business, which are just not limited to the markets.
Yes, I know. That's why I said.
Yes.
I mean, the main intervention area was our markets.
Yes.
I mean,
yes, I am just now trying to get from you, or putting it this way, that your representation is not 90% or 80% limited to the markets. It is more general, that is dealing with all the business activities within the municipality. Is that not correct?
Yes, that's right. That's how it should be.
So why was the focus on just the business, just the markets? When you had to deal with, you are representing the entire business community within the municipality, just not the markets alone.
Yeah, I think a big part of that would be about resources as well, because as you know, resources are. I said a big part of that would be about resources.
Yes.
Because I mean, to be representing the whole of KMC or businesses in KMC,
Yeah.
you would need a lot. You would require a lot of resources to do that.
Yeah.
And as a nominated councillor or a representative of the business, community, you have no budget, nothing, absolutely. So to do that would be a Herculean task, and there was no. I think there was no money.
I believe the reason why somebody is nominated from that community is to really have an impact and to do a back and forth between the council and the community so that their interests will be adequately represented at the council level, their problems, their challenges, and for the whole of the issues that they think is important that that could be looked into by the council. So if you are telling us that when you were nominated you did not have access to be able to do your job, as at the time you were nominated, did you make any representation to give you resources to be able to do that?
Yeah, that's what I said earlier is like our main focus was the markets, but as and when the need arises, for example, if some other businesses outside the markets comes to council and want assistance or need intervention area, then I would be called upon. But if they do not do that, then yeah, what we focus is the vendors in the markets.
Council, you may proceed.
Thank you. So, Mr. Touray?
Yes.
For the period 2018 to 2019, up to the time you were removed, were you doing your functions as the market chairman?
Yes, I was.
And it was effective?
Yeah, I would like to think so.
No, I would want you to be sure of it.
I think I was an effective chairman.
So, are there any documents that you've been submitting to council to show that you've been doing your work?
Yes, I think the
reports,
the committee meetings, and yeah, I don't think there was any particular event or commitment that I did that would require a report also, because mainly it was committee meetings, and yeah, if there is I think that we would say what we were trying to do during that time.
Okay, but for the little time you've stated challenges. You've stated challenges here you were facing at the market. So at the time you think there was no need to write a report to show that you were doing something. Not only the report, because you can sit here and say you verbally stated at general council meetings, but do we have evidence of it? No.
No.
Thank you. So the question, the reason why I asked whether you were doing your work, in your statement, second paragraph, you stated that second paragraph, sorry, I beg your pardon, it's still the first paragraph, where you stated, I could remember to have joined k.M. Borough Fans Club that paid a courtesy call to the President Barrow at the State House, where various speakers spoke at length outlining their frustration with the general condition of the markets. And at the time, you were the markets committee chairman. Now, were you part of the people that visit the president's office? State House?
I was part of the people. That was a large delegation, but I wasn't part of the speakers.
Okay.
I was just an ordinary member of the fan club that went to pay a courtesy call to the president.
Okay. I'm disregarding the fans club. My whole point is, you were the markets chairman. You just stated that you've been doing your work. You believe to have been executing it rightly. But you're still part of the people they were venting their frustrations of the market condition that you cannot do something about as the market chairman?
No, I wasn't part of the people that were venting. We didn't, I mean, the people of KMC, they didn't pay a courtesy call to vent their anger on what was happening in the markets.
Not anger, but frustrations.
Yeah, they didn't do, I mean, when they went to pay a courtesy call to the president, it wasn't about the markets or anything. It was just about KMC.
That's what you have in your statement.
No, the statement was, why were you removed?
Yes.
I mean, I
and
think
it continues
one of the reasons, or one of my suspicions I mean, those were some of my suspicions why I was removed.
Okay. You're removed.
Sorry, let me just intervene here. Mr. Touray, Council's question to you is that do you have evidence of showing what you have done as chair during 2018 prior to your removal as chair of the market committee? Do you have any evidence to that effect? Through minutes of meetings and through, those minutes showing whether there has been issues or problems or whether you are tackling any issues. Is there any evidence to that effect?
Yeah, that's what I said. I said the minutes probably would show light on some of these things.
So do you have the minutes?
Right now, no, I don't.
Okay, please note it down.
Yeah, I did.
All right. Now, in the same paragraph that Council is trying to ask questions with respect to your role as chair of the market committee, you have said that upon return from the market, there was a general council meeting where your colleagues blame you for not responding or countering this allegation from speakers at the meeting. What is your response to that statement?
Yeah, I mean, because that was a meeting that I was in. I mean, I was just an ordinary member of the fans club. I just went there as an ordinary member. I wasn't part of the speakers. I was
yes, but you
I was in head of the
but you were not you are not part of the speakers, but you hold a very important position, that is the chair of the market committee, and you have said in the same statement that the speakers were outlining their frustration with the general conditions of the market, of which you are a chair. Don't you think it should have been in your position to highlight if you had any challenge, you understand, to clear some of these issues that have been raised, you as the chair of the market?
Yeah, that's what I said, because I wasn't part of the speakers, so and there was no way that I could just walk to the stage and say that I want to clarify these things. I couldn't do that.
Yes, but in terms of protocol, I believe that if you had requested to highlight certain issues, you would have been given opportunity. Don't you think so?
Yeah, maybe
if you had made an attempt as chair, somebody who is responsible for that market.
Maybe
if you had made an indication to the person emceeing the occasion to say that you have something to say, you would not have been given the opportunity to say what you needed to have said with respect to what they are saying?
Maybe, but I mean, then that's...
No, it's not maybe, Mr. Touray.
No, it's, I mean, maybe with hindsight you could say that, but that meeting, I do not have any control or whatsoever. Most of the people that were in that meeting didn't know me, that I am chairman of the markets committee.
But you knew, Mr. Touray, you are the chairman. Whether the people know you or not, yes, that could be another issue. But then the issue is that you as the chair, I believe that you could have made attempts, even though you don't have control over the MC of the occasion, to have had something to say with respect to this, because you were the person that is responsible at the time for these markets, and they were venting their frustration.
That's what I'm saying. That meeting was purely political. It was just to score political points. That was the purpose of that meeting. It has, there was no.
No, now the question I want to ask you: was it right for you not to have said anything?
I believe I couldn't have done anything in that way. Yeah.
So that is your evidence that you couldn't have said anything with respect to what is being said about the market that you are the chairperson?
Because the way that meeting was structured, I think I didn't have any. Yeah.
Council